Hello, guys, and welcome to a new series of coding tutorials. And in this series, we're gonna be looking at coding for beginners. So we're gonna be looking at Python coding, and for this series, I'm gonna use a platform called Replit. So first, let's jump in and create a new project, and this plus sign up there. And then I'm gonna select Python, and I'm gonna name it Beginners Tutorials. There's no spelling mistake here. And this should load up a screen where you will have this main.py and the console. Now don't focus on everything else, we're going to talk about it later, but here is where we write our code and here is where we have the output. That's what you should know. The first command we're going to write in Python is called the print command. So to write our first syntax, so the first syntax will let something get printed on the screen over here. So let's just stop our first command, which is print. Now notice when I'm typing, there's no capital letters, there's no spaces, no special characters, just print command. After each command, you put two parentheses or brackets. In the brackets, we're just gonna put two single quotes, and then we're gonna type anything. So I'm just gonna type the classic hello world. Now run the code, you see that it prints out hello world. Now in that, or in these two kind of single quotes, you can write anything inside. So no matter if it's just capital, small letter, special symbols, numbers, anything would be counted as okay, so it will not do anything. Now something here happened, which I'm gonna explain later. But just remove the slash and I'm going to show you that it really doesn't affect anything. So you see here there's a number, if you remove multiplication sign, nothing happens. Still is a valid syntax. So, when do you want to use, like when you have something like, let's just, for this example, type it is. If you run the program, notice it gives you an error. Even though here, even if you here add the apostrophe single quote again, it will still give you an error. Now, what is the reason of this error? So the reason here is that the apostrophe has been caught by by Python, and it's thought that this is the end of the kind of thing that we want to write. So it's thought that it is all what we need to write, and the rest is just code. And so with these cases, you need to use double quotes. So you can also use double quotes if you have a case like this. Now if you run it, and if you run it, you see that it doesn't give you an error anymore. So it's just typing whatever you do. So using double quotes is better than using single quotes. But if you don't have a case like that, so you can just use single quotes as you always do. Now you can also print out numbers, and if you want to print out a number, you can type it with or without a single quote. It doesn't matter. We'll still print out the number. Now we're gonna talk about these data types in the next video, but for now, I just want to point out that you can write numbers without the kind of single quote and double quotes. So now we're gonna look at something called string concatenation. So you're gonna know what this is in the next episode, but just keep in mind that you can actually add words. So say you type like hello world, then you wanna like kinda like make them in another way. So you can simply just delete world keep hello. Now make sure to put a space either after hello or before world, because it'll just be together. I'm gonna show you what I mean now. So if I type hello and world like that, it won't run because you haven't just add them yet. Just remain the same thing. But wanna add them, now it does work, but normally in Python if you wanna add them, just addition sign. And if you run, you see they're actually added. Now when do you wanna use a kind of string, like adding strings where you can really just write a whole string? Now we're gonna talk about that when we talk about kind of like variables and mathematical equations and things. But for now, just keep in mind they can actually add words and strings. And the same gets on numbers. So if you wanna like print 8 plus 5, it actually works, but it gives you the result right here. It gives you 15. Like, okay, here's a question. Say we did that. So we surrounded these. Now we said that numbers could be valid in between single quotes. Now if you want to see that it displays 85 instead of the actual result. Now the reason is that when you add kind of words, they just combine together. Now I'm going to show you what I mean. So just place a space over here. And yeah, so you can see that this is the first kind of thing we wrote, and this is the second one. And so adding kind of text and numbers are totally different if you want to make Python make or solve math calculations. And we're gonna talk about this in another video, but all you gotta know now is that integer addition is different than string addition. Now this is gonna be pretty much it for the first command. The next video we're gonna talk about data types and variables. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like this, be sure to smack the like button, and subscribe down below if you haven't done yet. And so thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.